Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I have something super exciting. So there is more exciting going on at Spellbinders. First exciting was the Crafty Advent Calendar. If you have not seen this, I will link the video here and at the end so you can watch their first ever Advent Calendar. All 24 days of crafty goodness. And I forgot to mention, this Advent Calendar is not only geared towards Christmas. Here's a little sampling of what they do give you in there. I had to watch Yana's video and she's like, oh, you get these. This is an example of what you get in here. So they do give you a little sneak peek, all right? There is a foundation die. That's the embossing folder. Here's a stamp set. That's a truck with a present on it. Yes, love that. Can't get enough of a good truck in it, and you can, personalize what you tuck in there and some embellishments. So this super exciting. Now we have something else exciting at Spellbinders. This is their exclusive holiday stitching set. So now with this, you can only purchase this at spellbinderspaperarts.com. Nowhere else. It's not a kit club, but it's a holiday exclusive stitching. Limited quantities. If you love stitching on paper like I do. And for a long time I saw it and I was like, and then once I started it, I realized, where have you been all my life? Because it's that good. Now they have offered this holiday exclusive. But this die, which is a A2 die, 4 1/4, 5 1/2, this can translate all year long. And if you're looking at the stamp that goes with this set, you can purchase this alone, or you can also purchase coordinating stamps, which I highly recommend because this little stamp set fits right here. So this is a cool geometric shape, and it's called the layered stitched diamonds. It comes in pieces. Again, yellow tape. I tell you, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And I'm going to put a link for this, the Advent Calendar, if you're interested in that. Great gift for yourself, crafty friends, etc. Also, links for this awesome exclusive. So you can do frame only, which has great stitching details. Yes, so this is now like an A2 frame that has stitching details. So you could use this on your other cards too as well. And this drop-in, that gives you your stitching template. Then also these bits, this does have a cut line. So you could really go all sorts of ways. Here, this is for the title. Or if you don't want to do a title, then you do more stitching. So you could have it just stitched only, everything stitched only on the inside. That's where you could put happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, etc. So you could personalize the inside if you want, but they gave you all the options here. And I love that they didn't leave this open. So you could stitch on the inside. You could keep on going all the way in. For those who love a good geometric shape, this is it. This is it. And for those who are interested in getting involved in it, like me, that's for me. Love this. Love this. So Spellbinders sent me this to play with. If they didn't send me this to play with, I would have still gotten it anyway because it's that good. The coordinating stamps, layered diamond sentiments. Now, here's the beauty of Spellbinders again. I tell you, there is a little elf or a genie working there who's like, well, we're going to do all of this. Why don't we match it back to an old favorite? And it's not even an old favorite. It's a new old favorite. Maybe released July, I would say. Essential Diamonds. Essential Diamonds, which is 12 dies. This one is the one that can fit on like an A2 card. And then it comes on down in like 1/8 of an inch increments, okay? See? Look where it's fitting. The die though that works well is this one, number 2. Are you seeing that? Let me put it over here. Let me slide it back in, or let me lift it out and show you where the beauty is. Right there. So you can stitch just a peripheral and then put this on top and say, okay, I don't have time to do all of that, but I can definitely still make a beautiful card for that special someone or a project for yourself. Because when you get into this sizing here, you could also make yourself covers for your projects, mini albums, scrapbooking. You can still work with this beyond just cards. So here you can do that customization, and then here is plain. And I'm going to show you my examples where I did one example that way, where really I only stitched the outside and then did my decoration, and then also where I also came in. And I haven't used this one yet, but I will. So now let me also give you a little preview of what the die looks like cut out. I have 3 card bases here. This is how much I loved it. I've stitched it twice already. This is that little drop in on the sides. I'm going to put it over here on top of this. Right here. These. So you could cut it. You could put it back in like so. Stitch away. Now, you see all those radiating lines? That's your template for stitching. You can see that I started this one. I'm going to do purple on the edges and then on the inside a different color. Essential diamonds. Then that works like that. Speed up the stitching if you want and then personalize in here. Or keep on going and then stamp one of these stamps. Make a wish right there. Okay? All right, so now let's look at my examples. And I'm going to have a little talk about my examples because, yeah, I had a moment. So I was supposed to release this video yesterday, but I had stitched my first one. And I realized something. I was making it like a fall masculine card. I made it and I was like, eh. And then I realized, okay, masculine cards are really not that easy for me. And I'll show you the original that I was going to show you guys. Here it is. Okay, so it was a little flat. It's stitching, stitching, and then I was putting metallic thread here. Stamp that middle, right? But look where it went to. Then I was thinking option 2. Here's another photograph. Put the stag on it. With the stag though, because I had already stamped the center, when I pulled the stag down, that's that new Simon Hurley floral stag die set. Yes, beautiful, right? Put the stag just a little bit down. It could work though. For a masculine card, that could work. But I was having my antler stick off here. So I was like, okay, go back again. And this is where I ended up. This is the A2 base. This is a little bit wider. 4.5 by 5 3/4. I wanted to bring in a little bit of brown here. So these two are working together. Come in with the gold. Then I did the center. Happy birthday. Here. Heat embossed. Now the florals. I wanted to still be able to see my stitch lines, but have a floral. And then I realized I've had this die set for a while and keep forgetting to use it. And now here it is in all its glory. That's the layered cherry blossoms. Love. Now that I played with it, I'm like, why didn't I play with you before? I need to organize a little different. I had her in a little corner and she needed to be more forward. And then when I play with something, I'm not putting them back as quickly. I know. It's just, yes, crafty organization. So she needs to come out more to play because she is good. Now here on the photo, you'll see like a peach color because it's more of a spring flower. But here I just used a burgundy cardstock and I think it's gorgeous. And then I brought the burgundy back in here in that little diamond. The little diamond now is theirs, but I bet you that it does have a match over here in Essential Arches. So you just cut it out, stamp it, and then cut it out with that little diamond. So I love that they added this bit, but if they didn't have it, I believe there is a sister to it. Yep, right there. You see it? There is a sister to it, this one. So if I misplace this, I can find a replacement for it very quickly, which is good. I could have just covered this up and done the stitching all the way in, and then maybe put a little sentiment here because there is this open space. I didn't put that drop in there with the stitching. But you can stitch the whole thing out and then personalize the inside. Stitch the whole thing out, then put your title there. Happy Holidays right there. So it has so much option. So let me just stress it. This is a ton of options. Love, love, love the thought, the detail, the way it works, the way you can back it off, add it on. Then I use my gold mixed gems. Here is the gold mixed gems. Bottom half is the solids. which has more of a rivet type look, which I love. And then here in the centers, that's the top part, the crystal part. So these are just fabulous, the gold mix gems. You just get one pack and you just bing, bing, bing. And then I put some little bits in here because they do have this smaller size, just to accent the empty space. And with the cherry blossom, I turned it kind of like a vine thing, took these little flowers. And what do you guys think? Progression of this card, because I was going to show you it just the first way. I'm going to put the picture here again. It was just bothering me. I was like, I don't really like this. Now, if you do like the first version, let me know in the comments, because I was just like, oh. But then I was thinking masculine cards, but why do cards for men have to be boring? I don't think it's masculine anymore with the flowers. Or what do you guys think? Maybe it could be. Maybe trim down some of the flowers, maybe put just 1 or 2 to make it more masculine. Let me know. The struggle is real with the masculine cards. But that's where my mind was going initially, because I like the challenge of it too. You learn by just pushing through that little wall of, oh, I can't. So the progression, do you like the end result? Let me know, because I'm tired of making male cards with just a steampunk cog. I can't do it anymore. We can go beyond that. One thing I'm going to mention before I get into the second card. If you do decide to get this, and this is your first stitching die, I would highly suggest practicing. Please listen to what I'm saying. I'm being very honest with you guys. Get one of Spellbinders. They sent me this, right? These are all the other ones that I have purchased. This is how much I love their stitched alphabets. Get one of the stitching dies. Practice here first. This is much smaller and easier. This is my first attempt at it. Smaller and easier to handle as a beginner. Get one letter and just go with the one letter and practice there. Get the feel of it. Because this right here, these long bits, when you're stitching it and pulling it taut, you're going to have to do that, getting the feel of holding it and doing it. So I think as your first one out, this might be a little bit like, okay. But because this is limited quantities, hold it. Christmas is coming. Maybe you have some Christmas vacation time where you can really practice all your stitching. Do the alphabet first. Those are quick. Those will like, okay, I get it. I'm feeling it. Just like riding a bicycle. You get better and better. You start off with the training wheels. Alphabet is your training wheels. Just get one letter. You don't have to buy the whole alphabet, okay? Then, once you do that, you're going to be like, oh, because trust me, I had my moments of, oh, I'm loving this. Then you get into these bigger ones. This is easier to stitch. Here is I was having like, oh, hold on. I have to hold it, pull it taut, but definitely worth it. You're going to go back into it and it's not going to be there. This is limited quantities. I hop back into the video here for a second. When I said to you as a beginner to use the alphabet die first, this is just to practice the feel, but the length of time learning to stitch here to here is not super long, okay? But just control and feel as a beginner. Go here first with the alphabets, and I will put a link for the alphabet. Just pick the first letter of your name or something like that. Go here with this. Then you will build over to this. But to go straight into this, you may get frustrated and give up. Don't give up. Hang here a little bit, not super long, and have fun. Watch TV, relax doing it, and then you get over to here. Okay? But the distance, the time is not a long time, and I want to stress that as well, okay? So it's not like, oh, next year I'll be using this. No. But I wouldn't go straight into this as a beginner, because you're going to get frustrated with the distance. It's the distance of the holding and the feeling. It's just, you have to build up that muscle in your hands and your, the feel of stitching. All right, moving on. They're stitching exclusive. Love, love, love. Quadruple love. Like I said, if they didn't send it to me, I would have still bought it anyway. Trust me when I say that. I'm not pulling your leg, because I do love the stitching die. I've been buying stitching dies ever since I started stitching. I'll get sent like 1 or 2, and then there's like 4 in the release. I'm like, okay, I'm getting the other one and the other one and the other one. I'm playing, just playing. Joy wasn't sent to me. Where is Joy? For example, Joy was not sent to me. This beauty. I bought it, and I'm having a ball with this one. I would do alphabet first. Practice, and then get into, okay, I'm ready to go bigger. This one now is a true A2 card on an A2 base, okay? Stands up. It's 110-pound cardstock. And please use 110-pound cardstock for the back of your cards, because here this has weight. All the stitching and everything and the panel, you do still, I would suggest. This is a single 110-pound piece. This is 2 pieces of 110. Go here so you don't crack paper, and if you pull too taut, this is me pulling taut. You see it? You have to keep it clean, because if you don't keep it clean, that's when you start getting, it won't look great. And that's why I said practice with a letter first. For newbies, you've been stitching a while. Hey, Melissa. She says she's been stitching for a while. Susan too. Hey, crafters. I wouldn't read your comments. This then is perfect for you guys to just go straight in. So this is the dark purple, and I'm going to bring in Spellbinders cardstock, because if you're loving, I wanted a purple card. This purple cardstock is Plum from Spellbinders, okay? In the center here, so the background is plum. This is also plum. It's plum on plum. So I'm going to show you. See how my finger can stick here? It's layered. It sort of melts into each other, which I like. Then now, this is silver metallic DMC thread. And Spellbinders does carry a 4-pack of metallic thread. I will put a link for that, seeing that I'm mentioning it. And here, I was going between Spellbinders Purple Mist, which is this color, and then I took another purple from my stash. If you wanted it a little bit darker, more in the paper line, it could have been that. And then I went this just a little bit lighter. I stamped a bunch, so I could have done like this too. And then layered up my favorite, Holiday Blooms. Holiday Blooms had to come out to play on this card. So I did Holiday Blooms, and this is Spellbinders Alabaster cardstock. It's a sort of a white cream cardstock. Oh, it's good. It's good. I'm linking all their cardstock because I did have a comment of asking, what cardstock? What color? What color? I'm going to start talking about colors. Love the Holiday Blooms. Here in the center and on the sides, this now is the Silver Mix Gems. Solid silver rivet looking, and then the beautiful antique crystals. I think it's fabulous, and it works well with the stitching. What do you guys think? See, that's it up close. Then in the middle, that's stamped with clear pigment ink and using silver embossing powder. I did embossing on both. So these are my 2 cards for the Spellbinders Holiday Stitching. This is an exclusive only at Spellbinders, limited quantities. Notice how I'm stressing certain things, because that means that if you are interested, get it before you can't get it. Hope you like my floral cards. They turned out both to be floral cards. And I don't think either one of them are masculine. Let me know in the comments below, but I am loving this die set. Look how different it is from just here to here. Stitching detail here, no stitching here. Keep it simple here, work with the florals, go more stitching here, put florals in the periphery. Love. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video, check out the links below for the holiday stitching exclusive. It is absolutely worth it. So is the advent calendar. And at the end, I'll also put clickable that you could watch the Simon Hurley release, because that one is really good. Some of it is already sold out too. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I know. This Christmas, everybody is crafting, and we're all excited about it. Until the next video, happy shopping, crafters. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.